guys, it's Jeannie. I hope you're doing well, staying healthy, and are moving and staying motivated even though we have these very strange and scary circumstances in front of us right now. But hopefully you can use this time to be with your family and clean out your linen closet and keep your exercises on task. So let's get going. Let me get a good mat working for you guys since we can't go into the studio. Hopefully this is better than nothing. So come join me. Grab a mat, get your workout clothes on. If you don't have a mat, just on the floor is totally fine. And remember to modify when you need to. Listen to your body. Things are probably a little bit tighter than normal, maybe not feeling the same as usual. So just listen to your body and move with it. So we're gonna start with your hands on your shins. Press into your shins as you lift your chest nice and tall. Feel the upper back lifting off the floor, the belly pulling in, the spine elongating. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button back, start to roll down the spine, letting the hands just glide along the thighs. Don't go all the way down, just stay here in a nice little curve. Take an inhale. As you exhale, deepen the curve, lift up and over your bottom ribs, and stack the spine at the top. Hands come back on the shins, lift up nice and tall, feel that upper back extending, and then exhale, fall back, roll off your sits bones, glide it down, inhale at the bottom, and exhale back up, stack the spine, grab the shins, and we lift. One more, inhale, exhale down, tuck the tailbone, deepen the abdominal curl, feel the ribs and the hips getting nice and close, grab those thighs, get a deeper curl here as you hold, inhale. Exhale, we roll back up, stack the spine, lift nice and tall. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Option to keep the arms up, or you can keep holding behind the thighs if you need a little bit of modification here. Inhale, exhale, roll back up, stack the spine, sit tall. Inhale the arms above the head, bring the arms back down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, articulate down. Pull and deepen, deepen, deepen. Inhale, and exhale back up. Round the spine, stack the spine, and extend those arms. Inhale. Exhale down. This one we hold at the bottom. We're going to add a little rotation. So we'll rotate to the right. You can grab onto that thigh there to help give you a little bit of a lift. You can also just keep your hands off to the sides if you want a little more challenge. Exhale, little lift up, inhale down. Exhale, little lift up, inhale down. Exhale, little lift up, inhale down. One more. Good, now lift here, come to center, and come all the way up. Inhale at the top. And exhale back down, we roll it back. Keeping that nice curve, feeling that lower belly button area, reaching down to your mat. We rotate to the left. Option to hold on to the thigh or reach the arms for more challenge. A little lift up, inhale, lower down. Exhale it up, inhale down. Now as I'm doing this, I'm trying to drag my feet towards my body, and that helps keep the back of my legs activated so I'm not getting it into the hip flexors quite as much. One more. Come through center, inhale, exhale, all the way up. Grab those shins, sit up nice and tall, reach the arms up, and bring the arms back down. Keep that leg straight if you feel like that was a good challenge for you. To increase the challenge, we can extend the legs long. Sit up super tall on those sits bones. Reach the arms out in front of you. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. This time we roll all the way down. Feel the small of the back hitting before the mid back, the shoulder blades, the upper back. Bring the arms behind the head. Keep the abs and ribs tight. Arms come back up. Exhale, we nod the chin. Pull everything in and back as you peel up the spine. As we reach towards the feet, the belly reaches the opposite of the hands. Inhale. Exhale back down, articulate down. Remember, you can always bend those knees. When you bend the knees, you have the option of grabbing behind the thighs to help lift you up. Inhale here, exhale, nod the chin, pull yourself up. Drag everything back. Keep the shoulders down as you reach your hands out. Exhale back down. Peel off, fall off those sits bones, peel down the spine. Inhale the arms back, keep the ribs tight. Arms come up, nod the chin. And exhale, all the way up. Reach, reach, reach past those toes. Let's stack the spine here. Sit up super tall. Hands behind the head. If you need to bend the knees slightly, Go ahead and do so. Lift up and out of those sits bones, abs are engaged. We rotate to the right, inhale. Now as I inhale, I keep the hips and feet from moving. So we want to imagine that the feet are up against an imaginary wall. Those feet and hips don't move as you rotate the spine. And I'm trying to lift up and away from my upper back, right by the shoulder blades, to keep my body from falling and rounding. Last one, inhale. Exhale through center, bring the arms back down. Let's separate the feet about the width of the mat. Again, bend those knees slightly if you need to. Lift up and out of those hips, bring the arms out to the sides. Now we rotate to the right, lift tall, take the hand, press it back towards the wall behind you. The opposite pinky finger reaches to the opposite pinky toe. We pulse, pulse, stack the spine. Come through center, sit super tall. We rotate, pulse, pulse, stack, and twist. Twist, pulse, pulse, lift, and center. Rotate, pulse, pulse, lift, center. Bring those arms out in front, feet together. Let your whole body fall forward. Get a nice little stretch. Grab onto the feet if you can. Feel a little bit more stretch through those calves if you pull the toes towards you. If you're not flexible enough for that, you can also just keep holding onto your shins or wherever feels good. Good. Let's move forward slightly. Bring the feet about hip width apart. Grab behind those thighs to roll all the way down onto your mat. From here, we go into bridging, something everyone loves, even in reformer classes. Abs are pulling in tight, shoulders are down. We initiate the movement with the pelvis, so rock the pelvis towards your rib cage. Feel the lower back start to lift off, and then the mid back. And eventually, the shoulder blades will hold all the way. Take a nice inhale, and exhale, articulate back down, upper back, mid back, low back, and tailbone. Inhale. As you lift your hips up, try to keep them even. Sometimes they like to wobble side to side. We want to minimize that movement side to side. Inhale. And exhale, articulate down. Pull the ribs down. Feel everything rounding. Work through the small of the back. Release some of that tension. Inhale. Exhale, back up. Tuck the tailbone. Think of the pubic bone reaching up to the rib cages. Lift, 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 lift. At the top, keep those hips nice and open. So squeeze the hips up by working your glutes. Pull the ribs down so that we're not arching the small of the back, and feel that length in the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale, articulate down one vertebrae at a time. If that was enough challenge, continue with the 2 legs. We're going to add a little bit more challenge going into single leg. So tuck the tailbone, we articulate up. Pull everything in and up. Feel that pelvic floor lifting. Inner thighs are engaged even though they're not touching. Hands can stay down at your sides for a little bit more support. The right leg comes into tabletop. As I lift my right leg up, I'm careful that the hips don't shift up and down. Place that foot back down. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, back down. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, back down. Keeping those hips high, left leg lifts. Bring it back down. Right leg lifts, hold. Extend the leg up. Bend the knee in, lower the foot down. Left leg lifts, extend it up. Bend the knee down, lower the foot. One more each. Right leg lifts. Extend it up. Bend the knee, lower back down. Keep those hips lifting. And extend. Bend the knee, lower the foot. Lower the hips all the way down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, articulate back up. Tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back. We lift. Keep the weight on the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Right leg into tabletop. Extend that right leg to the ceiling. Without letting the hips move, we lower the right leg to meet the left leg. Exhale, lift the leg up. Inhale, down. Initiate the movement with the lower abdominals. Squeeze that leg nice and tight. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lift, hold. Bend the knee. Lower the foot down. Articulate down the spine. Inhale, regroup. Exhale, back up. Feel everything tightening where it needs to. Pull the abdominals in. Left leg lifts to tabletop. Extend it to the ceiling. Inhale, down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Exhale, we lift, squeezing that glute to keep you lifted. Lift and hold. Bend the left knee. Bring the foot down and articulate down the spine all the way. Keeping the head down, we'll bring the right leg into tabletop. Use your lower abdominals to move the legs. The abs are keeping your back from moving up and down off that mat. So activating those lower abs, we carefully bring the left leg to meet the right leg. Just doing that little bit of work there is a ton of abdominal challenge. If you need to keep one leg down to modify, always an option. Let's take the right leg only. Think of that thigh reaching away from you. If we point the toe, reach it towards the floor, only as far as you can keep that low back flat. Exhale, we lift back up and switch to the left. Inhale. Exhale, we lift. If this is too challenging, keep one foot on the ground and work just on moving one leg at a time, trying to maintain the stability in your pelvis and your hips. If you can, we'll continue with the alternating sides. Trying to increase your range of motion only when you're able to. Don't be afraid to keep that movement small and think about what your body needs to maintain that nice position in the spine. Exhale, we lift. One more each. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Last one. Exhale, lift. Hold to reach the arms to the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, curl the upper body up. Swing the hands behind the head. You can always keep the head down. Inhale, reach the leg down. And simultaneously we switch and switch and switch and switch. Breathing through the motions, feeling those lift from the ribs and above. Keeping the neck long. Imagine you had an apple under your chin. We have one more each. Bring the legs up and lower the upper body down. Hands at your sides. Take the legs and extend them to the ceiling. You might need to bend the knees a little bit, totally fine. Take the right leg and lower it towards the ground. Exhale, we lift. Keep the movement as small as you need. Exhale, lift. Right leg lift, lowers. Exhale, lift. Left leg lowers. Exhale, lift, hold. Reach the arms up. We exhale, curl the upper body. Lift, lift, lift. Hands behind the head. Keep nice and tall with the upper body. Lower the right leg down and simultaneously switch and switch and switch. Now as I move my legs, I'm maintaining that stability in the hips. The lower back does not change position. The hips do not change position. I'm using my abdominals to stay lifted. Last two. Last one. Bend the knees. Lower everything down. Let's bring the feet down to the ground. Abs are tight. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, curl the upper body up. Swing the hands back behind the head. We rotate the upper body only. Rotate to the right. Think of that left rib reaching to the right hip. Inhale it back. Come down all the way through center. Exhale, lift and twist. Keeping those hips even. Inhale back down. And exhale, lift and twist. Inhale back down. And exhale, lift and twist. Inhale back down. To increase the challenge, let's bring the legs into tabletop. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale down. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale down. I'm still trying to maintain that stability in my lower body, even though I have them lifted off the ground. I will actually feel more work in my obliques and my lower abdominals if I can do that. Exhale, twist. And come through center, lift up nice and high. Lower the left leg. I rotate to that right knee and I switch and switch. Again, modify if you need to. If you need to keep the legs on the ground, if you need to keep the head down and just move the lower body, that's always an option. My hips still aren't moving. It's just the upper body and those legs right out of the joint. I'm trying to lift that bottom shoulder blade off the ground. And switch. Last one. Come through center and lower everything down. Excellent. Let's bring those feet to the floor. Reach everything long. Get a nice stretch through the abdominals. Open up the hips. And swing the arms around. Let's come up to a side lying position. So I'll be on my side, a couple options with the upper body. You can either come onto your forearms for a little bit more challenge. You'll feel more abdominal work, you'll feel more shoulder work. Or you can come down all the way flat, rest your head in your arm. That's definitely an easier option for people with shoulder issues. I'm gonna stick with this option. If you'd rather go to the more advanced option, completely fine. I'm gonna bend my bottom knee to give myself a little bit more stability. Top leg, reaching out away from my body so that hip is pushing down away from my rib cage. Get some good space. And then that creates a little bit of space between my body and the floor. I could slide a piece of paper under there. That's how much lift I'm getting. Keep that lift throughout the movement. Now squeeze that leg super tight and long. Point the toe. We lower down. Exhale to lift. So as you lower down, I want you to think inner thigh squeezing, outer thigh lifting. Inner thigh squeezing, outer thigh lifting. And we're not doing a really big range of motion because if we do, then the hips have to move. And that's not what we want. We want just the leg to move right out of the joint. Think about what's moving in this exercise and what's not moving. So everything from here to the top of my head is nice and quiet and steady. And lift. I think we have one more. Lift and hold. Flex that foot. Same thing. Push that hip away. Keep that little space. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Right where your butt and thigh meet. Push and squeeze into that area. Think about having your leg come back behind you just a little bit, and that will help work the back side of your hips and glutes. Good. We have a few more. Apparently I can't count at home either. And 2. Last one. And bring that leg down. Good. Let's bend the knees. Feet are stacked. My feet are in line with the back of my hips. The knees are out in front of me slightly. Now I take that top leg. Same idea. My hips are pushing down. I have that little space. I open that leg back into rotation. Squeeze with the inner thigh. Inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze. So I'm trying to create more range of motion with each one. You may not be able to see the difference, but you might be able to get just a little bit bigger range each time, and that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for that little extra range, and you'll start to feel that work happening through the back of the leg, and then hopefully a little bit in the inner thigh. One more, press and hold. Little pulses, back, 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 back. Same thing, we're trying to increase that range of motion with each pulse. Last 2, and bring it down. Good. Take your feet and lift them off the floor about 6 inches to a foot. Keep them anchored there. They don't move. It's just that top leg again. We open the knee back, squeeze with the inner thigh. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze. So these are definitely not my strong point, but it's good that we work things that we don't like because those are usually the things that we need help in, the things that we need to get stronger at. So this is forcing me to work the areas in my body that need it. So thank you. Last 2. One more, up and hold. We reach and hold, little pulses up, 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 up. I'm pulling everything in my belly back into my spine. That's helping my hips from moving forward and back. Last one, and lower it down. Good. Lower those feet to the ground. If you need to rub out that leg a little bit, go ahead and do so. Sometimes it can get a little bit intense through there. We'll move on to a little bit of side plank position. I like to go off my elbow. It just keeps it off of my wrist, but if you'd rather do it on the wrist, or on the hand, that is perfectly fine. The elbow or your wrist will be directly underneath the shoulder. Feel your side body lifting you up. Now you have a couple options with the feet. We can keep both legs out long for more challenge. You can stack the feet, keep them staggered, whichever feels better for you. Or you can bend that bottom knee for a little bit of a modification. Now I'm gonna use the bottom knee down just so that you can see what the modification is. But if you feel like you wanna give yourself that challenge by extending both legs out, that would be perfectly fine. So start by lifting up and away from the floor with that side body. The muscles behind my armpits are keeping me lifted. My side body is lifting me up through the side already. Now from here, I lift my hips up, push my hips forward so that I'm in one long straight line, and then lower back down. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, back down. Now my glutes are squeezing to help keep my hips open, and then my side oblique is lifting me up off the floor. Inhale down. Exhale, we lift. The hands can go anywhere you choose, on your hip, up to the ceiling, on your oblique to feel that work happening. Last two. Inhale down, one more, up and we hold. You can take a break here, or to increase the challenge, we extend the arm up to the ceiling. Take that hand, we look under the armpit, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, back up. Now be mindful that the hips are not moving. We're just moving the upper body, rotating it down. Inhale, reach up, look up to that hand each time. Rotate, rotate. Do a little check, make sure that shoulder is pulling down away from the ears. Last two. Inhale, back up, one more. Lift, hold, and lower down. Let's swing it around and do the other side. So first, we start with our leg lifts. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders, reach everything long. Top leg is reaching, bottom leg is bent. Push that hip away, point the toe, activate that side body. Lift up and squeeze down. So funny story, I've already done this exercise once today, this whole entire routine. I thought I hit the record button and I didn't. So this is round 2 for me. I'm starting to sweat, definitely. Hopefully you are too. I wouldn't recommend doing it twice in a day, but maybe a couple times a week would be good. Last, we want 2. One more, up and we hold. Good, flex the foot, lower down, exhale, lift. I think my kids probably enjoyed the fact that I didn't press record because now they get to watch another TV show. Had to keep them out of my hair a little bit, but that's okay, they're being really good. Hopefully everyone in your family is cooperating. Everyone needs to work together. Last 3. Last 2, keep pressing that leg back. Last 1, but I'm definitely feeling these on this round. Bring those feet together, stack the hips, stack the knees, stack those feet. The feet are lined up at the back of my body. As I exhale, I rotate back and squeeze back in. Inhale, open, use the back of your leg, inner thigh to squeeze. So I'm not just letting that leg fall down, I'm trying to squeeze with resistance. I'm imagining a hand, I'm pushing back into that hand, pushing into that hand. Fight gravity, fight imaginary resistance. Just like when you have your feet in straps, you're doing footwork. How hard can you make the exercise without adding any tension? Find your own tension. Last 3, and 2. One more, back and we hold. We pulse, squeeze, squeeze. Definitely not my strong suit, so the fact that I have to do these twice in one day is probably good. And bring it all the way down. Lift those feet off the floor, stack the hips, feet, knees, all again. We rotate back, squeeze, 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 squeeze. So think about your abdominals pulling in tight. That's helping my hip from falling back and falling forward as I move my leg. So much of Pilates is finding that stability in your body and keeping that stability while another part of your body is moving. And if you can find that connection of the stability and the movement, you're gonna get even more out of the exercise. Back and we hold, little pulses, back, back, back. Trying to increase that range each time. You might not actually be increasing the range, but you're trying to, and that's creating more work through there. I am feeling the burn, bring it all the way down. Good, bring that leg out in front of you, get a little rub if you need to, get some blood flow back in there, and let's bring it up into your side plank. So remember, elbow or hand underneath your shoulder, reach that top leg long, bottom knee can stay bent, or you can reach it out to meet your top leg. Here we go, lift from the side, lift from the side, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Push those hips forward to help increase that work through the back of your body and keep those hips open. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. So hopefully the rain will stop because I'm looking out the window and it's definitely raining today. We could use a little bit of sunshine in our lives like yesterday. Let's go up and we hold. Reach that arm, lift those hips high, take the hand, reach under the armpit, inhale it back. Exhale, under. If the sun does start shining again, I really recommend you to go outside and get a little sunshine in your life. It feels so good. Just go for a little walk. Take your dog for a walk. Just do anything you can. We have a couple more here. Inhale up. Keeping those hips forward, keep them lifted. Feel that rotation through the torso. Last two. Last one. And lower it down. Excellent. Come on up to a seated position. We're going to finish off in your mermaid. So press your hips down. Sit up nice and tall. Everything is pulling in tight. That back hip there loves to lift up just like it does on the reformer. So even with me, that hip likes to pop. So keep pressing those hips down. If this position doesn't feel good, you can sit crisscross or even just with your legs out in front of you. We're gonna place your hand off to the side. Reach the opposite arm up. Reach inside, bend over. And bring it up. Hand on the floor. Reach up and over. Inhale it up. Other hand down. Reach up and over. Inhale back up. And other hand, reach. Let's add a little flexion. Hand comes down, reach. Flex it down. Unwind, and we lift. So think of the mermaid on the reformer. We're pushing those sit bones down. We're lifting the ribs to the ceiling. Flex it down. Feel that stretch. Unwind, and we lift. Let's switch to the other side. Back leg goes back. Front leg's crossed. Press that hip down, especially that leg that's in the back. That one's the one that likes to lift off. Hand goes down. Reach up and over. You can start bending that elbow to increase the stretch. Get a little deeper down. Bring it up. And side bend to the other side. Lifting those ribs. Inhale up. Reach. Now when I say ribs, I don't mean front ribs. I mean side ribs. Lift that rib cage. Pull the front ribs in. And we reach. Good. Let's add a little flexion. Reach up and over. Anchor those sit bones as much as you can. Flex it down. Round it out. Pull back. Unwind and lift. So even on these stretches, you should still be feeling that connection with your abdominals. Still pull everything in. Sandwich your body. Good. Let's come to all fours. Get a little bit of extension work before we go. Let's start on all fours. Abs are in, shoulders are down. Knees are directly underneath those hips. We exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, feel the upper back lifting, and then start to unwind. Feel that tailbone reaching away, the head is lengthening, the upper back extends. Exhale, flex it down, round it, round it, round it. Keep the shoulder blades down, feel that lift to the lower ab area. My shirt's kind of baggy, so you can't really see, but we're trying to lift through that midsection, and then try to extend through the upper back. And exhale, lift and round. Pull everything in and up. Lift up and away from the floor. And extend, extend, extend that upper back. And let's find our neutral. Reach that left leg back and hold. Everything is tight. Abs are pulling in. Hips are squared off. Extend the right arm out. Squeeze everything long. We tap down and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. One more. Lift and we hold. Now we take the elbow and the knee. Pull in. Reach it out. Now as we reach those arms and legs out, we squeeze and lengthen. Use your abdominals to pull in. Squeeze and lengthen. Squeeze and pull. Squeeze and reach. One more. Reach and we hold. Lower them down. Switch to the other side. Right leg reaches. Square off your hips. Left arm reaches. Lengthen everything out. Lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Hold. Elbow to the knee. Pull in, pull, pull, pull. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, pull in. Use your abdominals. Press and reach it away. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. One more. Inhale, reach. Hold. Bring it down. Bring that knee down. Come down onto your tummy. Hands at your sides. Pull your belly button up. Hips and pubic bone down, just like we do on the long box. We want to press that down. Lift your lower abs off the floor. Shoulder blades pull down. We inhale, extend the upper back. So we're trying to keep it out of the lower back. We just want to work through the shoulder blade area. Extend through there. And then we lower back down with control. Lift and extend through the upper back. Follow a marble, an imaginary marble across the floor with your eyes. That will help keep your neck from creeping up all the way. We want to keep the neck long and the part of your spine. Inhale, lift. We want to keep it lined up with your spine, not crunched up. And lower back down. We have one more. Inhale, we lift. Lift, 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 lift. Those hands are helping you guide your spine to where you want to go. And we lower back down. Place your hands on the floor underneath your forehead. Keep those hips and pubic bone pressing down, belly lifted. Squeeze those legs tight. Shoulders stay down. We do little flutter kicks with the feet. Breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more set. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Sit all the way up to seated position. Inhale. Bring the arms up above your head. Sit tall. Exhale. Let your whole body fall forward. And stack the spine. Inhale. Bring the arms up. And exhale. Fall forward. Down to the ground. And let's stack. One more time. Inhale. Bring the arms up. And exhale down. All the way. Great job, you guys. Thank you for bearing with me on my mat class. And thank you for joining me. Hopefully we will see each other in person soon. But until then, keep moving, keep doing your exercises, and we're here to help you out whenever you need us. So feel free to reach out. Be safe, be healthy, and take care.